Okay, we lit. Okay, let me check Twitch real fast. Damn, I see it, yo. Mad people are playing mono stream right now.
Oh, what you looking at now?
Nah, it was I just opened the Legends of Runeterra Twitch. I just opened the the what you call it, the directory on Twitch for Legends of Runeterra. I just opened it and I just saw how many people were playing mono stream. I was like, oh, it's like that.
Yeah, I mean, deck's fun. Everyone loves a good movie, you know?
That's a fact.
As you know, that's all I'm allowed to play.
I mean, we did make a bet.
I'm getting it, man.
Honestly, I'm surprised you're not Masters already. I would have thought you would have played literally the moment the patch went live.
I have to work, man.
Nah. What's work?
There's
Nah, I feel
children
you.
who rely on me.
Nah, I feel you. You definitely.
I did play 6 games though, and I played 9 and I lost 6 of them, so I'm 3-6. But I was so close. I was like, literally in like 5 of them, 1 HP away, and the other one it was flipped Sundisk versus flipped Aurelion Soul, and Aurelion Soul beat me because he had Living Legends. Feels bad.
It's so too strong.
Yeah, please nerf Riot, honestly. Anything I lose to, just nerf, okay?
Just instantly nerf it. Just get it out of here. Damn, that's crazy. Yeah, imagine Riot actually nerf like that. Jesus.
Yeah, they just be like, let's pick someone. Doughy Nut, alright. I just instantly become rank 1 because of it.
If we imagine, honestly, like they just pick one person, they were just like, yo, Majin, what you want me to nerf? Word? Alright, it's gonna be in the patch next week. Makes a deck already locked in, so the patch it so he's ready for the patch, and then just goes to rank 1 with it. He's like, best deck ever. And then it gets hot fixed.
Yeah, but in like 2 months.
Oh, that's
when it gets hot fixed. 2 months later.
Oh yeah, true. It doesn't get hot fixed right away. It gets hot fixed after they wait a little bit, make sure that it's actually a meta deck, and then you gotta check the stats, make sure it's not too weak, right? And then we gotta nerf it.
And then you have to have the lead dev quit.
Oh wow. Okay, we are still salty though. Okay, got it.
Oh yeah, we're sourdough. So. No,
100%.
Although I will say, like, I may have celebrated a little bit when another rider left the Runeterra team. I gotta lose my card back. But I was upset when Umbridge left.
No, I was actually like, damn.
It's literally like the day he went on paternity leave before. That's when everything went down. I was just like, please let Umbridge come back. And then he came back for like, what, 3 months? And I was like, I gotta like be a better father.
Yeah, he's like, I actually have to go.
Please.
My man is like, yo, I actually have to go. If I don't, then
we need you.
I don't know what's gonna happen to my family. Like,
what about this nerd sitting at his home? What about me? No, I guarantee you, he didn't consider my feelings at all when he made that choice.
God damn.
That's okay. He's doing what he has to do.
Nah. He's definitely doing what he has to do.
Yep. Yeah, God, if Azir didn't get buffed, I don't know if I'd play anymore.
Yo, I feel like they just threw that in because they were like, all right, we got to do something about these mono-streamer nerds, right?
Yeah, just on me, like 5 other people. They're like, man, they're just really like self-flagellating right now. Like, let's throw them a bone.
You're like, yo, we got to actually... Nah, you know what it was? You know what it was? All right. All right, this is going to sound like a joke, but it's actually serious. So,
right,
if you pay attention to Reddit, right, there was a guy that came out with leaks literally like 4 or 5 days ago, right? Yeah. Every single one of those leaks were true.
Yeah. It's leaked.
And I think every single comment was like, please don't be real. I think every single comment said that. Please don't be real.
They were so bizarre. I mean, we could start hitting record now if we want.
Yeah.
This patch was bizarre as hell. Like, we said this last time we talked. I was just like, yeah, there's no way they're real. Let's be real. They're not buffing mono streamer. But how cool would that be?
Yeah.
And then it's actually real?
Actually
They're
real.
So weird.
They just buffed Azir for whatever reason. Like... Like, honestly, out of every single card in Mono Shurima, that was the one card that I thought they wouldn't touch. Honestly. Like, actually. Because it already got nerfed. So I didn't think they would touch it at all. I thought maybe they would buff, like, some other card. I don't know.
Like the Sun Disk.
True.
Ready? Here's another change for the Sun Disk. Change the text to say, you take it from saying... when an ascended ally levels up, advance me 10 rounds, to advance all copies of me everywhere 10 rounds. Boom. Now you get to run more than one in your deck.
That would be nice, honestly.
Yeah, so that way if one gets killed, you can sub a second one. Wow. Rito, please. It's simple. It's easy, Rito. Just, like, do what's obvious. Or if you say, like, when you complete me, replace me with your Nexus, have a fun little animation. Oh, make the movie longer. And then you go, and you see it just replace the Nexus. That'd be cool, right? But alas.
Nah, we got these Azir buffs.
No,
I don't mind it. Yeah, exactly. That's what I was saying.
All right, let's start this thing.
All right.
Let's start it.
All right, give me 1 second. Let me switch it over. Do this. Do that. Do that. Now let's do that. Perfect. All right. I was Oh yeah, let me pause my alerts. Yo, Matt was gonna come in the chat like, yo, why are these alerts on? I don't know, bro. I don't know. I'm crazy.
That way people know when they watch it back on YouTube or something that, like, subscribing to you is something they can do, right? It's like an option. It's like, oh, thank you for the sub. And that reminds them, they're like, oh, I should go to his channel and sub.
And sub, yeah, exactly.
Big brain.
I mean, it really is, though. That really is why I leave it on sometimes. I'm not going to hold you. Be like, all right, yeah, you should remember, all right? Just.
It's like, yeah, I'm on Twitch too. Follow me. It's live.
Oh, man. All right, let's do this. I'm going to start a countdown, and we can just get into it. You want to talk about the patch first? Or you want to get tournament stuff out the way first?
I think we should, I mean, we can mention it, but I think most of our tournament stuff, we should send a little write-up to Shawdox so we can include it in this video.
True.
And then most of it's probably just going to be on, like, Twitter or whatever. Because I'm not sure how many of our competitors watch.
True. I mean, yeah, you're right. You should probably just, like, mention it, but mostly go into talking about the this patch. Yeah. Oh, my God, this patch. All right. So I started in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Yo, what's going on, Noe? How you doing today?
I'm doing pretty good, I guess. You know, I say that every time. I'm not gonna lie. I'm now, instead of ex-doughy, I'm sourdoughy.
I can confirm.
Yeah. I might have been venting a bit.
Just
But
a
I
little
was
bit.
given one little nugget from Daddy Rito, so I'm happy about that. We'll talk about that in a few moments, I'm sure. But mostly just kind of sourdoughy. So you know, it's alright. It's alright.
Yeah.
How you doing?
Honestly, I'm alright. Honestly, I'm probably on that copium right now, right? Because I feel like okay. This gonna sound funny, probably to like one person. If they actually listen to like earlier podcast episodes, but more or less, this is so what. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm getting ahead of myself. So I have a best friend, right? And this is a certain card game. Well, you know it, Yu-Gi-Oh. So
Right.
so more or less, when it comes to Yu-Gi-Oh, especially in real life, like the way that they do kind of like the ban list is to make it so that whatever deck is like meta, they pretty much like axe it. They pretty much like make it so that you have to play a whole new set of cards, right? And as that goes on, like, and you keep playing the game, you get into this mentality of like kind of like a beaten housewife a little bit. Because you just you just like feel like you have to keep going, you know?
Okay.
And I kind of feel like that's what Riot is doing to us right now. It's like we kind of feel edged, like, ooh, these patch notes are so close to good, but they're just not. Like, that's really how I feel. Honestly,
Yeah.
I feel like it's just so close to being good, but it's just not. It's just like right off the mark, and every single time you're always wondering like why.
Especially because they take so long to come out.
With the
When's
patch.
the last patch? Early February, like the very beginning of February.
Yep.
It's now the end of March.
And we
What are
just
we
got
doing?
patch.
Why does it take so long? Like, come on.
I don't know. I mean, in their defense, right? They did go on break, but like,
No.
even if they go on break, it's like, bro, what? Like,
Dude,
so just
Giants
because
on break 90% of the year. Are you kidding? They're always on break. That's your excuse from November until April? Come on, bro. They're like, oh, Thanksgiving. Oh, winter break. Oh, we shut down for a week. When do you work? Jeez.
damn sourdough, he's like that.
I'm coming out, dude. I've been good boy, Mr. Goody Two Shoes, for too long. It's gone.
No, I feel you.
Yeah.
I feel you. I'm sorry, guys. We didn't do our usual intro, but we just want to give our feelings about these patch notes today, honestly, because I feel like, especially a lot of people on Twitter, I feel like a lot of people be giving Riot a lot of recognition when they come out with patch notes like this. Like, oh, these patch notes are so good, guys. Like, look, they're buffing this, they're nerfing this. Like, yeah, they're doing a good job. Like, yes, that's nice, right? That's amazing. It's amazing that they actually know certain cards to buff and nerf, right? But the bigger issue, is like, one, why does it take so goddamn long for them to come out with these patch notes when community leaders are screaming to the top of their lungs saying, please balance your game? Like, what?
Yeah.
Screaming, please, I want to play your game. Balance it.
I know it's so inexcusable. I'm generally unhappy with patch notes. If they added a single change, I'm sure everyone listening could probably guess what it is. If they added one single change to it, I'd be much more happy. Because at least it means they pay a little bit of attention.
Mm-hmm.
And then, of course, I'm referring to Yordle and Arms not getting touched.
Yeah.
And then I hate these new cards they printed.
Yeah. Every single one of them.
I despise them, and I think they're wholly unjustifiable. I think they're all like decent, cards in terms of power level, they should have never been made. Right here,
Yeah.
I'm gonna read this quote. Sorry, I have to. I'm triggered now.
No.
All right.
I feel you. Honestly, I think every single one of them, and I think this is the issue. This is the bigger issue when it comes to Riot, when it come out with these cards. Is like every single card feels like it got pre-nerfed. It feels like it got like they basically said like, "Yo, this card is way too strong. Like we need to nerf it." Before it even came out.
I don't think they should even exist because they do exactly what their region's not supposed to. Ready? It says, like, 4 patches ago, we could find them being like, we're like now have this team that's committed to focusing on region identity. And now, here's this quote. As mentioned in the new cards section, we wanted to make sure every region had some tools to deal with the threats they might face. That's the opposite of region identity. Like, PNZ is supposed to be like bad at AoE damage. And then you print a card that's like some weird chimera of like Avalanche and Get Excited. Like I don't know. Like now it's not bad at it. You give Shurima like a decent strike spell. Come on. Grappling Hook is bad and Scything Strike are bad. Why are you making Desert Storm or Desert Duel, which is a -2 to an enemy, and then you or your ally and the enemy strike each other at slow speed for 3 mana? Why are you making that card? Shurima's not supposed to be good at striking. They're not supposed to have like strike options that are good. So I mean, I guess, are you just adding another bad card? Or do you think it's actually good? Either way, I don't know. I hate it.
So you're saying your issue with the cards are like they're kind of like blurring the lines of the identities of the regions.
Yes.
Okay. I could understand that point.
By their own admission, like that's the point of the cards. Every region should be able to deal with every answer? No, it shouldn't.
Yeah, no, it shouldn't. I mean, when I first initially saw these 3 cards, my first thinking was like, basically like all of them seem like, other than like maybe the stun one, I forgot the name of it, but
Celestial Wonder.
Yeah, Celestial Wonder. Other than that one, I feel like all like the other two, both the other two, they feel like they were some weird card that like they basically threw to the side for like a long time, and then they were like, "Oh, I think we need to do something special for this patch. All right, so what should we do?" They're like, "Yo, we got these cards over here that like we never used, and they were terrible, but like maybe we can throw them in."
Yeah, it's like when you're like 6 years old, you have this like toy, and then you like lose interest in it, you put it away, right? And then like you recheck that spot in in your room or whatever when you're like 11, and you're like, this thing is awesome, and then you play with it for 30 minutes. You're like, oh wait, now I remember why I stopped playing with it, because it sucks. I mean, I think these cards are like power level. I think they're fine, maybe below average, but I just don't think they should exist.
Yeah. No, I honestly I can agree with the point that they maybe shouldn't exist. But I would personally say if they did exist, like I feel like they should have been like, I think I can blend both our points together. I think they should have definitely been in their region identity, but they also could have been really strong cards, because like they could have been. They didn't have to give like say for instance, let's take the PNZ one. It didn't have to give PNZ something it didn't have. It could have easily been some kind of like strong card that PNZ needed instead of something it doesn't have. And I feel like that's what Riot does. It's like they add cards that are like they give buffs to cards that don't need it. They literally look at cards. They don't give nerfs to cards that do need it, right? And then or right, by the time they nerf said card, no one cares. That's Runeterra in a nutshell. Like literally, that's Runeterra right there.
Yeah. It's bizarro land. I feel like we're living in. But hey, want to just get into the first, buff on the list? I was kind of happy when I saw this one. I had hope.
Yeah, same. I think you're talking about the Philios changes, right?
Yeah. So the moon weapons.
The moon weapons with the 2. Yeah, I was like, and I literally made a video. I was like, when I saw the moon weapons, I was kind of scared. I was like, wait, they buffing the Philios? Hold on, we might have a good patch here.
I know, right? That's the hard part. I was willing to overlook my initial reaction to these cards when I saw Phelios, and I was like, "Oh boy, strap in, we're happy."
Yeah,
I was just, like, disappointed as we went.
Yeah, I was like, "Wait, hold on, we might have a patch here. We might have like an actual shakeup in the meta if like this is what it is." And then I guess they just like put the best change in the beginning and just left the rest of the fluff for the end.
Yep. So I don't have too much more to say about the Phelios change. Crescendum getting slightly adjusted as well.
Yeah,
I think it's just like fine. We'll have to wait and see how it impacts specifically like Pantheon decks, because Gravitum is like really good against Pantheon decks.
True.
So cool. I'm okay with it for now. I hope that if it's busted again, they nerf it again.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah. So secondly, this is my nugget.
You just gonna skip straight to the nugget?
Well, that's just the next one, right?
Yeah.
Azir now gets to count landmarks, which is like really pog for Mono Shurima,
Yes,
because it counts on disc immediately, right?
Mhm.
So you start the game with 1.
Start with
you play
1.
a rock hopper, you're at 3.
3? Yeah.
You play a endless devout, right? You go up to 4 because you play it, pops the landmark. Then you play Desert Naturalist on it, and then you like just get 4 more or whatever, and boom, he's leveling up.
Yeah.
Like
He's leveled up
yay.
so fast.
Mono Shurima, that's gonna help our challenge, I think. The deck has got straight buffed, so I'm pretty happy.
Yeah, I mean, it is gonna help our challenge, but it's not, because now we're gonna have to play a lot of mirror matches.
Oh, that's fine. Give me that mirror. I'll crush me. I've played like 200 games in Mono Shurima this season. Come at me, please.
It's my time to shine.
I
it's
know.
my time. I've been waiting for this.
Exactly. That's just the season. I've probably played like 600 games of Mono Shurima in general.
I probably played over 200 games with Mono Shurima, honestly, at this point. Not gonna lie. Because even before our challenge, I was playing Mono Shurima, honestly, here and there. But honestly, I think it's a good change. It's a good change, and I think it goes to show, which is so crazy, because Riot, it's like they do these little buffs, right? And they don't think it's gonna be like, at first it doesn't look big, right? But then once you put it in game, you're just like, damn, this is actually like really good. And I think they do some of these buffs, and they actually don't even realize like how big it is, honestly. And
yeah, I mean,
I think sometimes it makes it seem like do they actually play their game? Like, sometimes you have to wonder. Sometimes.
Yeah, we'll have to see if it ends up being broken. I don't think it's broken. I think it might be a high tier 2 deck.
True.
I don't think it's gonna be tier 1, but definitely high tier 2. But it's also like no one was actually asking for this.
Yeah.
Like, not even me. And I say this as someone who's played 200 games of Mono, before this patch. So, like, I'm happy. I'm like, cool. But, like, is this really where you were spending your thinking energy? Did you sit down at a meeting and you're like, all right, how do we make Mono Shurima better? Like, I doubt. Like, why? But, hey, okay, whatever. We asked for these random buffs. I guess we got one. Any more to say about Azir?
No, I think the Azir buff is good. I think all in all, because it wasn't a stat buff, I think it really puts it into perspective that we can do more than stat buffs to champions and really impact them, which I think is big. And I think Riot should take note of that.
Yeah, that's actually, I think, a very good point. Speaking of stat buffs to champions, our next champion, Gnar, went from a 4-3 to a 3-3, so he lost just 1 power on both his base form and his leveled up form. this is just how he should have been released.
Yep.
This was the most basic nerf. I think it's fine. I'm happy with it.
We waited a month to get a stat reduction of 1. I'm so happy.
2 months.
I'm so happy.
Yeah. Speaking of stat reduction of 1, our next champion, Pantheon, same deal.
Ooh.
He now went from a 4-2 to a 3-2.
Wow. I have no words.
Yeah, right. It's the same card. Yes, it's a little bit weaker. It'll one-shot you like 10% less than it used to. Speaking of stat reduction, our next one, Pike.
Okay, they trolled. They trolled, honestly.
Yeah, so this one was on the leaks, and I was just like, no way.
They trolled.
That's not real. And it's real.
They trolled.
It's real.
Honestly, they trolled.
Pike now baseline 1-3.
It doesn't matter, honestly.
Yeah, I've never cared less about a change in my entire life. This is literally the same card.
Yeah. It actually does nothing. I literally said that. I think I was in some streamer's chat and I was like, wait, this literally does nothing. Like, actually, it doesn't change Pike at all in the slightest. Because remember, the lurk keyword, it ups the attack anyways. So it actually did not change anything. Because they don't care. He doesn't care about his base. It's not like they nerfed the lurk ability.
And he's usually overkilling your unit anyway. When
exactly.
He's coming out with a spell, his quick attack hits still anyway. I guess if they miss lurk on turn 1, now it's like even worse than it used to be.
True.
But it was still bad for them if they're missing lurk before. If they're missing lurk on turn 1, they're probably losing.
True.
And now, if they're missing lurk on turn 1, they're still probably losing. So.
I think somebody did the math on it. It's like over almost a 60% chance of a lurk player losing if they miss lurk on 1. So like
so now it's probably like 70.
It's probably like even higher.
Here's a non damage base change. A Rumble got his level up condition reworked to now make it so he counts all Mecha Yordle damage. So trying to get people to play Mecha Yordles, and they also buffed a slew of the Mecha Yordles to go along with it.
Cool.
What are your thoughts? That's it. Cool.
I don't have anything to say because we don't even have that many Mecha Yordle generators. Like, honestly, but okay. All jokes aside, I actually like Mecha Yordles, right? But like, there's no way you can make a Mecha Yordle deck because the only good Mecha Yordles we have right now are Vagar's technically a Mecha Yordle, but like, I guess, and then Rumble. So like, what other Mecha Yordles can we main deck? None. Those are the only Mecha Yordles we can main deck. So like, it doesn't make a difference, honestly, because we still have to like dig into a pool to get these cards. So it's like, okay.
Yep. This next one, I think is actually a cool change, but I'm not sure be making good yet. I hope it does. Victor catching another buff. His hex score upgrade now is free. Yeah, which I think is pretty cool.
Yeah, I think I think this is one of the more impactful buffs. Even though it's probably not okay. Don't quote me on this. I don't think it's gonna be impactful right now, but I think as time goes on, and they like release more cards, I think Victor is gonna be absolutely insane.
Okay. I hope so. I think Victor has never really had his time to shine. True. Other than in Arcane. But other than that, I think it's cool. I hope that people have fun playing Victor. As soon as I'm done with the Star and Mono Streamer Challenge, I'll probably experiment with like a Thelios Victor. That could be fun, so we'll have to wait and see. So that concludes our champion section. We have another lurker, the Zersai Dunebreaker, the big 3/6 Overwhelm unit, now a 3/5 Cool.
Like, yo, these changes, like, I can't I can't make them up.
Yeah, like, so going from 6 health to 5 health, like, doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
Because this is like a mid to late game finisher unit anyway.
Yep.
And it's still going to be striking twice anyway.
Yep.
The vast majority of the time. And it's still over the vast majority of removal spells, other than something like Piercing Darkness.
And maybe Thermal Beam. That's really it.
Yep. So, like, yes, of course, the card is obvious. Not sure why they picked Dispatch to nerf Lurk. I haven't seen people mauling at Lurk.
True. Honestly.
So, I guess their internal data must have suggested it was just too good. I didn't have a problem with it, though.
I have no words, honestly. You know what? I guess it's fine. Because at least when I play Mono Shurima on ladder now, I will be able to finally beat Lurk.
You weren't beating Lurk with Mono Shurima?
I'm trolling. Obviously, I was beating Lurk with Mono Shurima.
Yeah, I was going to say, that's actually a decent matchup for Mono Shurima. It's, like, not terrible. But now...
No, I think it's actually pretty good.
Wait, the Zersai Dunebreaker now dies if it's the only unit on the field. You have an unleveled Zereth, and you kill a landmark with the Rite of the Arcane, that Dunebreaker now dies. I found the interaction they were looking for.
Buff Mono Shurima again. Yo, you see, look at them. Buffing Mono Shurima. That's what I'm talking about. Look at Riot.
I know. Next, Twisted Catalyzer goes from a 3-2 to a 2-2. I would have preferred it to be a 3-1, but maybe that's too bad. Going down to a 2-2, I think it's fine.
Yeah. I think the only interaction that really it changes this card in is against Fearsomes. And
True.
Honestly, I think, this is my personal opinion, I think Darkness was beating Spiders anyways. Because most of the time they just remove everything.
Yep, I agree.
It doesn't really matter.
I do like, though, that it seems that now most of these overtuned Bandle City cards aren't so much overtuned anymore, and most of them now can't block Fearsomes. Which I think is cool. Now there's, like, actually a weakness to the region. Fearsomes haven't been good, though, in a year. Like, people have been playing Mistwraiths for a literal year. And that's like the old school Fearsome deck, right? Mm-hmm. So until they get some love, we'll have to see whether or not that weakness is enough outside of like Cytheria granting or giving elusive or Fearsome. Mm-hmm. Excuse me.
My man said every keyword.
No. Yeah. Other than
he's about to say impact too.
Yeah, true. Other than the Cytheria interaction, that weakness hasn't really been fully exploited yet.
Yeah, true.
Next, Ikato on I don't want to say the phrase I want to say, but having an aneurysm right now got his Vanguard Sergeant nerfed from a 3-4 to a 3-3. So go ahead. Sorry.
I was just gonna say I was really surprised, but I guess.
I was surprised too. What I wanted them to do, tell me your thoughts on this. I wanted them to change Fortimos to give all of your units +2/+2, but also give them I can block elusives this round.
I like that.
Make it a super sharp sight.
I like that. Honestly. Yeah. I like that.
Right, hire me.
I like that. That sounds amazing.
Yeah. If you hire me, I'll just sit in a room and shoot out good ideas. I can't code. I can't do anything. I'm not particularly nice to work with. Like, just I'll give you ideas.
Amazing ideas, right? That's what I provide. Amazing ideas for the balance patch.
Says every cringe Redditor.
That's a fact.
The next one, I hate this change. Concologist goes from a 2-mana 2/2 to a 2-mana 2/1.
Yeah, same.
It does these. It's the exact same card.
I cringed so hard. I I cringe. Honestly, I literally reload the page multiple times. I'm not gonna lie. I was like, all right, bro, they got me.
Yeah. The next one, though, I think is a really big change. A Loping Telescope goes from a 2-mana 2/1 to a 3-mana 2/2.
Yeah.
I think now the Loping Telescope is bad enough that it gets cut from the vast majority of lists.
Yeah.
I think it's out.
Yeah, 3 mana is definitely a big nerf for that card.
Yep. You might end up seeing it played as like a one of in some decks. Because it's like not a bad top deck in the late game, but I don't want to play this on turn 3. That's bad.
Definitely don't want to play it. That's a lot of tempo loss. Definitely don't want to play this one. And it trades with nothing on turn 3.
Right.
So like, yeah, definitely don't want to play this on turn 3. But I mean, honestly, in the Fade deck though, it still costs 1 mana.
Hey, that's one more than it used to cost.
That's true. It used to be 0.
Yeah. It did.
So yeah.
So now you can't Gleaming Lantern on turn 3 into Loping.
Yep. You have to wait till next turn, which is good. Honestly. I don't think it should have ever... we could talk about this for days. Let's go into the next card. I feel like we could talk about Lantern and freaking Conchiologist for days, honestly, because... cards is just ridiculous. I wanted Conchiologist to be a 1/2 so badly, but I mean, I guess we'll take it. It's a 2/1. It's fine.
Yep. Paddle Star. Man, talk about cards no one asked about for. Jeez. Now it goes 5 mana. Wait, now it kills the Dune Breaker. I get it now. It kills the Dune Breaker. No one's thinking about this. Riot's 5-head. Kills the Dune Breaker. It's 5 mana across 2 spells.
Honestly, you know what this card could have did? I'm not gonna lie. You know what this card could have did? It could have did 4 to something, or it could have did 2 split to something. That would have been a nice change.
Speaking of 2 split to something, nice segue into Quicksand.
Quicksand. That's my boy right there.
Quicksand now gives an enemy -4. Or 2 enemies -2 and disables positive keywords.
That's a good change. That's an amazing change.
Yep. I 100% agree. It gives Shurima an answer to like elusive Swarm decks, which is really good. And one of Shurima's like big issues is dealing with aggro, and I think it deals with aggro in a pretty reasonable and efficient way here. So that's cool. I like it.
Yep. I think it's really good. I think it also, like you said, it adds something to Shurima that Shurima needed, not just like kind of wanted, which is good. I think it's an amazing change, honestly.
Yep. And now Freljord, She Who Wanders, obliterate all 4 or less power in play and enhance, and now instead will obliterate all units with 4 or less power in play or enhance. So that means it hits champions as well. I'm kind of scared of Freljord Ramp right now. They've caught like 7 buffs over the last couple months.
That's true. Freljord has definitely gotten buffed a lot. But honestly, I don't think this is it. I don't think this is the change that makes it broken.
I think it might make it broken. It's so good. I'm excited to see where Freljord Ramp is in 2 weeks. What we think about it on Mystic Shot episode 72. I want to know if we're molding about Freljord Ramp. I think there's a possibility.
I mean, I don't know. Of course, it depends on what deck you're versing, of course. But like, I don't know. I don't think this is the change that makes Freljord Ramp broken. I think it's gonna be good. I mean, it was already good, but I think it's gonna be like good. But I don't think it's gonna be broken. Honestly, I don't.
All right. Next, we have Sheriff Lorette Rose goes from a 6-mana 6/5 to a 6-mana 7/6. I think this card's actually nuts now. I'm not sure if Bilgewater can like support this card, but I think this card is nuts.
Really? You think this card is nuts?
I think it's nuts. Let's think of like so. Cynthia, Lady of Clouds gives Challenger, which is like kind of what this unit does. It's a 7/6. So if you have a wide board, you can just usually get in for 7 damage by dragging everything else off to the side and get in with Sheriff Lorette Rose. You could use it to protect cards like MF, so she can actually attack. I'm not sure where exactly she'll be played, but I think like in a vacuum, mana 7/6 with her effect is pretty good. I'm not sure where she fits though.
I mean, I could definitely see this card seeing like maybe a 1 of or maybe a 2 of play, and maybe some kind of like top end aggro deck for sure. Just to get that like some kind of damage in with, like you said, like maybe MF as a finisher, or like any other kind of like strategy that makes it so that it needs to like hit face or something like that. But I don't know. I think her biggest problem, that card's biggest problem is that it costs a lot of mana.
Yeah,
6 is a lot, even for an ability, even for an effect like that.
All right. A while ago, when they actually were releasing Pike, I came up with, or actually, I don't think I came up with it. I probably heard it somewhere. I don't come up with deck ideas, but someone came up with a MF Renekton deck to try and abuse the free attacks. And then with Renekton, and I think like Sheriff Rose, because she gets vulnerable, that's good for Renekton as well. So maybe like MF Renekton as an experiment can come up again.
That's true. I mean, Rose definitely has a big. It's a big card, honestly. Like what is it? It's a 7/8.
It's now a 6 mana 7/6.
7/6. Yeah, that's still pretty big. Like,
yep.
That basically trades with whatever it wants, or it gets in for 7 damage, which is a lot. That's almost half your health. That's nothing to laugh at. Like if you take 7, you're not laughing.
I agree. I think it might end up being pretty good, which would be nice because it's never been good. At least I don't think, since it's been introduced.
Nope, it has never been good.
Next, looks like we have Sharp Sight getting nerfed from going from a +2/+2 to a +1/+2. Huge nerf in my opinion. Now it's not an automatic 3 of in Demacia deck. So,
I mean, I think it still is an automatic include, just because of what it does. Like, it's just a buff, and it's not like, and maybe this is just the problem. It's like, if you want to nerf a card like that, I feel like before you nerf it, you should present another answer. Because now Demacia is going to be trash because Sharp Sight's trash, right? That's the issue with when that's the issue when they nerf like signature cards like that. That was like when Pale Cascade was garbage. Targon was garbage.
Yeah.
It was like when you don't present another answer or something to fill its spot or something that's like just as good, then it's just the whole region's just garbage. So
yeah, I feel that.
That's how I feel about the nerfs, honestly.
Similar nerf, Twin Disciplines now instead of giving 3 attack or +3 defense health, it only can give up to +2 attack or +3 health. So they missed out on the flavor of the twin, it being mirrored, but I think I would have kind of preferred it to be the other way around, but I think this change is fine. I think Twin Disciplines was a little bit too flexible for what it was doing.
Honestly, I didn't, and I think I said this on either give +2 health or +2 attack for 2 mana. Honestly, like I know that would have been bad.
That's just the worst Sharp Sight.
Yeah, but we're already nerfing Sharp Sight, right?
It's still worse. I guess you have the option to give +2. I guess it's worse Shapestone done?
No, it's better Shapestone, no?
No, Shapestone's +2/+1 for 1 mana.
True. True, it is. It's
So it's
plus
an
2 plus
extra
1
point. Yeah.
for only one. Yeah, yeah, I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying. Yeah.
Buff Shapestone, right? Please put it back to where it was. Just kidding. Don't do that.
Nah, that was insane.
Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that.
That was insane, honestly. Oh my god, people were dying left and right.
I know. It's like, wait, why does action have 5 power? Wait.
Oh my goodness. Literally 1/4 your health, by the way. But all right, let's not get off topic. I think Twin Discipline. I mean, I do agree that maybe making it plus two attack and then +2 defense is probably too big of a nerf. But like, let it do something else. Like, give it +2 attack or +2 defense, and like, I don't know, you draw a card or something. I don't throw something in. Give it a bone. Let it give you a mana. I don't care.
Or predict.
Yeah,
that's like the
let it
lowest
predict.
thing you could give it is like let it predict.
Yeah, let it predict. Let it predict you some cards.
And then you have all those Echo enjoyers. They're like, oh, another predict card.
Yeah, they're like, oh wait, yo, we can play Ionia. Oh, like, bro, they could have given it anything. Honestly, they could have given it anything. Let it predict.
Yeah, maybe. Next is Jarvan III, or King Jarvan III, gained 2 power. He's now a 7 mana 5/6 that could draw Jarvan, or if he's already in play, give allies Challenger and Scout. Now he alone is a bit of a threat. I guess maybe decks that were running one of him are still running one of him.
Honestly,
okay.
yo, you should have you this card and the other, the Shenbo. You should have heard last night when Unhinged was going over these changes. Oh my god! When I say that, my man was like, "Yo, I'm so happy about these change." Like, he was being so sarcastic. It was not even funny, honestly. He was being so sarcastic. Oh my goodness. I don't know. I think this change is fine. Probably, like, it doesn't really change the card at all. If they were gonna buff the stats, like, I felt like they could have like changed the text to do something else. Like, buffing the stats doesn't really change what this card does. I think they need to understand, like, unless you're gonna buff stats by like some ridiculous crazy amount, it's not gonna change what a card does.
Especially at that mana cost, right?
Yeah, exactly. Like, if you're gonna buff a card that costs like 7 mana, you need to buff its effect. Because if you don't buff its effect, it doesn't do anything. Like, the change absolutely doesn't affect it. Honestly, it doesn't.
Yeah, he should become like a 3 mana 3/3, right? Mm-hmm. And then you play it on turn 9, and when you play him, it draws Jarvan, and then Jarvan can attack that turn.
That's crazy.
but hey, like, that's kind of a cool combo, right?
Yeah, that is. That is.
Or if he's already in play, then he's a threat. Like, I don't know, make him a strong effect, weak card. Maybe would make it more interesting.
Yo, you know what just came to my mind? What if they kept him as like a 7 mana card? But what if every card had J4's effect?
All right, you're nuts. You're insane. I'll put you on the Path of Champions design team, okay? Stay off my ladder design, jeez.
Oh my god. I know that'd be broken, but like, it would be funny as hell.
That would be funny. Oh man.
But only champions though.
Only champions? That's
only
bad.
Champions. You said it's bad? Really?
I don't know. It's hard to say. Because, like, who else would you want doing with Jarvan? Lux?
Anybody with barrier.
LeBlanc?
Anybody with quick attack, honestly, it would kind of work out.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of quick attack champions, actually.
Katarina?
Katarina?
Could this possibly be busted somehow? I don't know. Probably.
Oh, Katarina. Yo. Wait, is she good? Hold on.
That's copium.
Wait.
In that
a
wild world, I
second.
don't know. It's probably still copium.
It probably is, honestly.
Tattered Banner, I'm just gonna skip. 99% of the time, you're not gonna miss that change.
All I gotta say about that card is that I hope that wasn't. I mean, I haven't counted all the changes, and I think I'm gonna do this in my own time, honestly, because I'm just curious. But I hope Tattered Banner did not count towards that 33 changes, even though I know it did, which sucks. But
the rest of the cards, I don't think actually matter at all. I guess Sacred Protector now can give something barrier when it's played, which is kind of nice. If Shen is on the board, it helps Shen level up. Cool, I guess. This card might see a little bit more play in Shen decks than it used to, because it's like a very quick cut.
yeah.
But now, like, it's a late game open attack Punisher too. Or sorry, a late game development Punisher, because you give something barrier. So it's kind of like big bright steel protector. I think this is more impactful than J-Force change.
Yep.
Because we're changing the effect, right? Like you said. Yeah, Sigil Malice got cost reduced, calculated creations. The unit you pick gains +1/+1. Flash bomb traps go to +8.
I actually think that changed. I actually think the what's the name of it? What's the name of the card?
Flash bomb trap?
No, the card before that.
Calculated creations.
I actually think that change is actually kind of decent.
Really?
Ballista Bot getting a +1/+1 is kind of big.
True.
Like
that's the same cost as a iterative improvement.
That's true.
So now you're playing that over iterative? I don't know.
I mean, but it could also make an elusive that has what's the name? Victor's keyword. Augment, yeah.
Yeah.
So it could be good.
Maybe. I hope in a couple weeks I'm like, wow, I was real. I wanted to gloss over it. I think Flash Bomb Trap only or now affecting the top 8 cards instead of the top 10. I think it's just like a straight 20% buff. I think Ezdraven probably feels really good right now.
True.
Because I think that's a really nice change.
I agree.
Careful Prep now costs 2 mana. So Kihiri the Returned is always going to be bad. Always. So don't play this in a Kihiri deck. But if you're in a Shellfolk Shurima deck with the Scrying Sands, throw a Careful Prep in there. That has to be probably pretty good in a Shellfolk.
Yeah. 100%. It probably is pretty good, actually.
Yeah. And then the last card change, Camphor the Doubt, goes from a 5/4 to a 6/5. And they also only need you to target allies in 4 different rounds instead of 6 different occasions. So kind of a relatively big change, but I think the card is, while better, still not going to be kind of the top end that it feels like it wants to be, especially because you could just be playing Pantheon in Targon. So
yeah.
Maybe if you have a deck that wants to run 9 champions, you can have Camphor the Doubt be budget Pantheon. Maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, because how many does it need to target now? 4?
Yeah. So it levels up easier than Pantheon.
It's all right. Like it's not a super big change in my opinion, but I think it's all right. Because it has Spell Shield, Overwhelm, and Challenger, right?
Yeah.
Yep. It's all
right. And that's it for the card changes. Any kind of other thoughts about them as a whole? Oh, I guess we could talk about the one missing.
Yordles in Arms.
Yeah. I think I'm just upset because it feels like they don't pay attention. Like
honestly, Yordles and Arms has been broken in our tournament. Honestly, for like the last like 4 months. Not gonna hold you.
I know. It's been so long. It's been so long, and like yes, they hit Coccologist and Noping Tell, and another card that deck runs that I can't think of at the moment. I think.
I'm pretty sure I got to Masters with Yordles and Arms last season.
Gnar, I guess, got hit as well. So even though those cards got hit, worse in general, the unfun part that everyone hates about it, still Yordles and Arms, that hasn't been changed. It's just as good in Bandletree as it always has been.
Yeah.
So that's, I think, where a lot of the frustration, both for me and where the larger community is at right now.
Yep. Honestly, this is the third deck that Yordles and Arms has been like really, really good in. And the fact that they literally are saying that the card just got good is just, honestly, it's a shocker. I'm not gonna hold you. It's
like it's just not true. It's just simply not true. Oh gosh.
But that's pretty much it for the changes, right?
Yep.
I mean, final thoughts. I think that Riot is doing. Oh, no, you're muted. Oh, okay.
I'm good.
Oh, okay. I was just saying final thoughts. I think Riot has been doing. Oh my god, I'm trying to put this in like not a messed up wording, but it's kind of hard to, because like I feel really passionate about Runeterra, right? Obviously, like we literally run a tournament every Tuesday. Like we do this podcast. Like we even play the game. I feel like we play the game way more than a lot of people. So like,
of course, yeah.
I feel very passionately about Runeterra, and I feel like when I hear a lot of people in the community saying I want this card changed because it's like broken, I feel like a lot of people or a lot of like rioters they don't really hear what we're saying. Like they kind of base it off of like stats, which is fine, right? It's fine to base things off of stats, but I feel like to a certain degree, you also have to understand like when something is just completely unfun to play against. And sometimes your stats won't reflect it. Like, actually.
Yeah. And I refuse to believe that the stats were showing that, like, Yordles and Arms wasn't good. All the stats I've been looking at, Yordles and Arms has been a great card for a really long time now. It feels like they were choosing to ignore. Like, that was someone's hill to die on that they didn't need to nerf it. And it feels like they're dying on that hill now. It's like, oh, that guy is dying on the hill that he said he would die on. And that's just what feels like it's happening. Like, why not nerf it? You know the whole community. Why'd they nerf Iceborne Legacy, for God's sake, before they nerf Yordles and Arms? Are you telling me
just think about that?
Legacy was a big enough problem to nerf it, but they're not going to nerf Yordles and Arms? Are you kidding me? Get out of here! What are you doing?
Like, you have to be like honestly, it's like you have to be honestly delusional. I don't know how else to say it. Like, you have to be delusional to think that a card like Iceborne Legacy, right, is better or should be nerfed harder than a card like Yordles and Arms. Yordles and Arms has literally been busted for the past like maybe 4 or 5 months. Honestly, it has been broken. Like, actually. Yes. Like, I literally remember when, what's Doodoo Denunu. I remember when I first saw that deck, I was like, yo, that deck's insane. What? I remember when I first saw that deck, I was like, this deck is nuts. I'm like, I'm going to play this deck because it's disgusting.
Yep. It's gross.
And it's been good ever since then. And it's only gotten better. As other things have gotten nerfed, it's only gotten better. And then when Demacia came out, not even when Demacia came out, but when all the face stuff came out, it made it just like over the top. Because now you can get a board way easier. And you play Yordles and Arms, you play Rally, the game is over. Like, what deck can put enough units to block a Yordles and Noms plus a rally. There is no tank. It doesn't exist.
Yeah, I have no words. It's really upsetting that they would, do this. So, I don't know. And you know what's going to be more upsetting? In 2 weeks, they're going to nerf Yordles and Arms. And be like, see, guys, we're listening. Hee. It's just like, no, you're not. That's why you have to make this post. Because you're not. If you're listening, you would have done it when you should have.
Yep, it would have been nerfed already. You wouldn't have to rush and hotfix. It would have already been nerfed. Period. It would have just been done. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, let's face it. I feel like every time anybody says anything about Riot, how they balance, I feel like they just laugh it off. They just think it's all a joke. So I guess that is. I feel like that is what it is. Honestly,
that's all right because they gave me the nugget of Azir. Manu Sharima gets buffed. Oh man, that's a good time. I'm actually really excited to play it. As soon as this ends, I'm gonna be playing Manu Sharima for probably at least an hour. But
I feel you.
I just wish there was, more here.
Yeah,
this would have been a good start. This is a B-, okay?
Nah. You gotta be a little bit more critical. I don't think this is a B-. I think this is a C- at best.
A C-, okay.
At best, honestly. Without Yordles and Arms would have made this a B.
Would have made it a B? What would have it taken to get an A?
To get an A on the patch?
Yeah.
Honestly, they need to change. I don't know how, but they need to change rally. They need to change rally. They need to.
Let's see it.
Honestly, I don't know how. Honestly, I'm not a balance expert. I'm not gonna sit here and say 100,000 changes that they should make to it. But rally is always gonna be ridiculous, and I feel like they need to give Demacia some kind of other identity. And of course, that's not gonna be with now they kind of could do it, right? Because they basically showed us that they could come out with cards and balance the game. So they could do it now. So they did kind of open it up. They did kind of open the door for that.
Maybe the way they do it is to not let rallies be on.
You said not let rallies be on
spell mana. So the Tiana Crown Guard has never been a problem. The rally guy from Nexus, whose name I can't remember, the 8-drop with Reputation.
Yeah, I know which one you're talking about. I forgot the name too.
He was pretty cool in the Ash Nox deck there for a hot minute.
Yeah.
The units don't seem to be a problem. Katarina doesn't seem to be a problem, but Relentless Pursuit and Golden Aegis, they've been a problem from the start. So I think I can agree. I think, yeah, I can agree with it. I haven't really put much thought into it, but that rally, just kind of in general.
Yeah, I mean, I could see something like that happening, like them adding a certain maybe keyword that says oh, this spell doesn't cost spell mana, or this spell you can't use spell mana for, and they add it to things that are ridiculous, maybe like rally, because that it makes sense, right? Get Demacia. Why are you using spells, right? You shouldn't be using spells anyways. You shouldn't use spell mana anyways, right? You don't need spell mana.
I mean, true. Flavor win.
Flavor. We know Riot likes their flavor, right? But all right. Before we hit the hour mark, is there anything else you want to add, bro?
I think you have an announcement to make about our tournament.
Oh,
that's
true.
all I got.
True. So, for coming into April, we're definitely going to be trying. Well, no, we're not going to be trying. We have set up three tournaments, right? And then for our last tournament, we basically have. Well, we haven't named it yet, but I don't know. What do you want to name it, though? You want to just come up with a name on it? Sure. The Mystic Shop Podcast Weekly Championship Tournaments, right?
How many syllables can we fit into one name?
I really just came up with that on the spot. But so basically, we're gonna have the last tournament of the month. We're gonna have a championship, and the 3 tournaments in the beginning of the month are gonna be like basically the gauntlet or like the preliminaries. Basically, you could say. So if you basically play in the tournament and you get 1st through 8th, then you basically get free entry into the tournament at the end of the month. Also, the tournament at the end of the month is going to be our first entry fee tournament. So if you don't actually get into the tournament the free way, there's still a way that you can get in, which is paying $5. 3 of it goes into the pool, and then 2 of it goes into basically to transmission fees and stuff. So $3 goes in the pool. Like, what's not to like about that? Honestly, like the more people that actually pay to get in, the higher the pool can get. Like, honestly, there's not. I feel like there's nothing to lose. Honestly, and the pool does start at 200.
Yeah,
so,
and if you're not, feeling confident in your ability, or at least confident in your willingness to like lose some money entering a tournament, just play in our weekly tournaments, the other 3, and you can qualify for free as long as you get a top 8 finish.
Yep.
So yeah, we're trying it out. It sounds pretty exciting. I'm looking forward to it. Increasing the prize pool for that tournament should be a good time.
Yep.
And yeah, I'm here for it.
Yep, I'm super excited to bring it to you guys, honestly. Very excited. It's something that we've been working on over the last month, because we came up with the idea, but it took a while to actually get it going for us to actually figure it out how we wanted to do it. But coming into April, this is what we're bringing. Hopefully you guys enjoy it, and maybe it's something that we can approach going into the following months. So that's the tournament announcement. So guys, appreciate anybody that makes it to the end to listen to everything we say in the podcast. Appreciate you, because this one is gonna be a really, really long one. We're literally 3 minutes away from hitting the hour mark, actually. So for my computer's rendering sakes, I'm gonna end it before we get to an hour. So like I said, I appreciate anybody that made it to the end. Doey, did you have any last words?
That's it.
All right.
Thank
So
you.
we'll see everybody next week. Next week, Tuesday, it'll be the first tournament that you can enter to get. If you place 1st through 8th, then you get free entry into the tournament at the end of the month. Me personally, I will personally keep track of whoever gets 1st to 8th, so you don't have to worry about that. But basically, something just to keep in mind. If you want to play in the tournament that's at the end of the month, then basically, I guess, try hard, right? bring some really good decks and get at least 1st to 8th, pretty much. But we're gonna end it off here. We'll see everybody next Tuesday, 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, on Mr. X Doey Nuts channel. And that's it, guys. Peace out.
See ya.
All right. 2 minutes. T-minus 2 minutes from 60.
All right. We did it. Time to go play some Mono Streamer. Let's go.
Yo, you about to go play some Mono Streamer right now?
Oh, I got it up already.
Oh, wow.
Because I always have Runeterra open. So if we need to reference the card real quick, I could just look it up.
Oh, true. Yo, I wish I could do that. But on my 2 screens, I have Discord and then I have the stream.
I see. I just have it. I close Discord whenever I need to do it, or don't close, but minimize. But you can't really do that, I guess.
Yeah, if I do that, then for whatever reason, I don't know why, Discord will glitch. It'll
Freeze.
Yeah, it freezes back and forth for whatever reason. I'm not sure why it does that. But all right, I'm gonna end stream here. Appreciate anybody that's listening and watching.